About to roll.
Now, Kenya's 2024-2025 budget aims to tackle the country's debt while protecting its fragile ego. And this particular issue is that with the economy, actually with growth estimates being estimated at 5.5% in 2024 and 2025. In order to tackle this debt crisis, tax measures have been put in place to generate additional revenue. Nyakundi Calvin breaks this down.
In today's 2024-2025 budget reading by Cabinet Secretary Njuguna Ndung'u, it has come out clear that Kenya's economy is largely driven by agriculture, manufacturing, transport and storage, financial, insurance services and real estate. The country's fiscal deficit is expected to be 3.3% of gross domestic product, compared with a revised deficit of 5.7% for 2023-2024.
Mr. Speaker, the focus of our fiscal policy thus remains to reduce the deficit from 5.7% of GDP in the current financial year to 3.3% in the financial year 2024-2025. We're going to do this through various means. First, domestic resource mobilization. Mr. Speaker, implementation of government's plan for rapid and inclusive socio-economic transformation largely depends on robust revenue growth rate.
The registration of VAT threshold has been raised to 8 million shillings from 5 million shillings in recognition of inflation. Wheat will be imported at 10% import duty instead of the EAC 35%. Kenya to apply a higher duty of 35% on apparel and clothing industry imports instead of the EAC common 25% excise duty removed from eggs, poultry products and other items.
To create a we want to create a tax system that is not only predictable to taxpayers, but also yields predictable revenues to government. We want to develop a tax system that supports markets, that supports production, consumption, and even investments. Mr. Speaker, thank you. Mr. Speaker, the year 2024-2025 marks the beginning of these reforms through the proposed amendments in various tax laws contained in the Finance Bill 2024.
Treasury is seeking to make the housing levy a deductible tax, a move aimed at easing the taxation burden on employees. The proposal, if adopted, will reduce the taxable income due from employers, marking a shift from the current arrangement where the housing tax is eating into the pay slips of workers.
Pay as you earn are calculated from the same base, leading to double taxation. To address this, I propose to make the housing levy deductible expense. This means that there is a tax savings for Kenyans and therefore affording Kenyans more money in the pocket. Mr. Speaker, in order to encourage Kenyans to continue constructing their own houses, I propose to increase the limit of interest payments that qualify for mortgage relief from Kenya shillings 300,000 to Kenya shillings 360,000 per annum.
The outlined custom taxes are expected to generate additional revenue of 346.7 billion shillings in the 2024-2025 budget. This accounts for 1.9% of GDP. Nyakundi Kelvin, KTN News.
Meanwhile, the Kenya Kwanzaa